United Way. Brent Albrechtsen in studio with us, along with Regan Michaelsen. You have a reporting meeting coming up tomorrow, you were telling me, Brent, so you really don't have much to report on, but you were passing along some pretty good news.
Yeah, so no spoilers about the meeting tomorrow. We can't roll anything out that's not official. But I can say, as I've been going around, what we've seen with this campaign is that businesses are kind of rising to the challenge. I shouldn't say businesses, employees are really rising to the challenge. Let's see, First Gateway Credit Union would be an example. They just blew their goal out of the water. But I think the bigger story there is that they had 100% participation, which is a first for them. Lisa Steinitz led that campaign. Really exciting. As I go around to those branches, everyone I talk to, whether it's a teller or a manager, when they learn I'm from the United Way, they want to tell me all about how they hit their goal. Nestle Purina, one of our larger, that's our Pacesetter division, one of our larger employers of the area. Lauren Robinson just led a really successful campaign there. Again, the employee contributions just well surpassed their goal. And so I think that people have the spirit of the campaign right now. I was at Sterling Federal Bank yesterday picking up a check. Same story. As I go through and when they learn I'm from the United Way, they are very quick to jump to what they've done in their business to try and support the United Way. So people are catching the spirit of it, I think, in a really valuable way.
Well, that is great to hear because it is so valuable what the United Way does. So many different agencies in the community, and we're going to hear from Regan here in a minute, but again, that's something that people really need to know helps our community.
I agree. I think I was reading Malcolm Gladwell. He's a behavioral scientist author, and it was in the book Outliers, talking about exceptional people. And at the beginning of the book, he talked about how when we look at successful people, we can't just look at their qualities and characteristics. You have to look at where they're from and when they're from, because everybody ends up being a product of their environment. I feel that really strongly as a product of the Clinton environment, that when I look at my life and the successes that I've had or the things that I feel good about, I draw off of my upbringing in our community, and which is exactly why we brought our kids back here. I mean, I think that the community is what the spirit of the United Way is all about.
Well, that is great to hear. Regan, great to have you in studio again. We've been talking about this for a while, the merger of the Information Referral Services and the Benevolent Society. Just for our listeners, real quick, why did this come about?
So this basically came about just to help streamline services for our clients. Before they were coming to both places. If they needed food, they'd come to Information for the referral, and then they'd go over there for the food. This just makes things a lot easier for everybody, and a good way for us to be networking.
And how has it been accepted so far?
Oh, it's been great. I was, at the start of this, I was concerned that, people who supported both agencies as separate agencies may feel they didn't need to contribute as much as one single agency, which was very not true. I mean, we need all the help that we can get to provide the services that we provide. And so far, we've been really fortunate. We haven't seen any pullback in the contributions that are coming in to support us. I think people are excited about us coming together.
What are all the services you do provide? Because I know there are many.
There are many. So housing has been a big thing for us recently. We've always done rent, but we're doing a lot of motel stays due to COVID. There's no place for people to shelter. So we're doing a lot of hotels, rent. We do utility assistance. We run the MedTree program, which is a campaign that Mercy One does through the holiday season for prescription medications. That comes to Information Referral, and we allocate that throughout the year to help people who have the need. We are Pantries United, so we administer. At the start of this pandemic, we had 4 food pantries. We are down to only 2. The pandemic was a little rough on a couple of us, but we support the Gateway Area Community Center, and now that we're under one roof, we have our own food pantry at our site. We do the mobile food pantries, and then I guess one of our larger programs is our Backpack Buddy program. This is a program that we provide weekend food packages to kids that are likely to go without food over the weekend breaks. So these kids are identified by the school teachers and counselors. Right now, we're serving about 175 kids every weekend, and we do that through the duration of the school year. And then now that we're one agency, of course, we have the store where people can come and get items for free. So everything that we get donated, and we get tons of donations of all sorts, and people can come in once a month and pick out what they need, and everything's absolutely free to them.
So where is the site at?
So we are at 219 First Avenue, where it's the former Salvation Army building, the church. So right behind where Benevolent Society was. I thought it was going to be an easy move, and I was very wrong. There's a lot of stuff over there that we moved. Fortunately, it was just across the alley, but we have successfully moved, and we're in one place now. We actually just opened the store. We had the clothing and the food pantry open for a couple of weeks. We just opened the furniture area of the store and the household goods on Monday, and so everything's going really well.
Of course, referral is in the name. So
Right.
are people referred to you? How does the process work?
People are referred to us all of the time. So we work closely with the church network, is one example. If churches that are open to the public, have people come in frequently and wanting help with, all sorts of things. Most churches will tell them, we work through information and referral and send them to us. So that's part of how we're supported. Churches send us monthly, quarterly, annual contributions to what they would give back to the community. They'll do it through us so that we can kind of identify who has true needs.
I know I've interviewed you a number of times, and I'm always amazed the work that you do. Thank you so much. Thank you. United Way. Let's talk how the United Way helps you.
United Way is huge for us. So it's over half of our budget. Without that support, I mean, we don't get any state or federal money. So we hugely rely on that support coming to us so that we can provide all the services that I mentioned throughout the year. I mean, when I say, that we couldn't operate without it, that's a fact. For us, it's not just a program that United Way supports. It's literally half of our budget, more than half of our budget.
Okay, well, Brent, there it is. I mean, that is the reason why we have the United Way.
100%. And I think that as we come together in a community during the campaign season, I think that it's really beneficial to see where the money is going and understand the blessings for the recipients of the donations. I think also when we catch the spirit of the United Way that we get to experience the blessings that come to the contributors too.
I know last time we had you in, you talked about this, and I thought maybe we should bring it up again. Amazon Smile.
No brainer. So Amazon Smiles, I'll rehash that all day. So Amazon Smiles, if you Google Amazon Smiles, you can link your account so that every purchase you make on Amazon, that a 1% contribution is made by the Amazon Corporation to the Clinton County United Way. The residual of that, I can't remember if I said last time, but my donation for last year, I made my personal contribution that I make every year, and then a 46% increase off of my Amazon Smiles contribution. The residuals of that and the inflation hedge that it is and bringing money from outside of the community in, yeah, it's just a no-brainer every time.
Okay, we're thinking about maybe visiting with you on the 22nd, because I would imagine you would have another reporting session by the 22nd of December, right?
Yeah, so our last report meeting would be I believe on the 16th. There's some scheduling. We'll have to figure out the scheduling for the 22nd of who would come.
I think that would work out
It would be
better.
good.
That way, get a better idea, because you do have the meeting tomorrow, right?
That's right, yeah.
Okay. And again, people want to find out more about your services. How can they best do that, Regan?
They can stop by. We're always happy to talk to people who are coming in off the street. Call our phone number, 243-5818. Facebook, our website, we have information on both. But yeah, check us out. We're doing a lot of things.
And for the United Way, if people would like to contribute and they have not been contacted yet, how can they do that?
Sure. ClintonUnitedWay.org. If you go to the website, you will find our phone number. You'll find a donation button. Feel free to find me on Facebook. You find anybody anywhere. If you ask how you make a contribution to the United Way, we'll find a way to get in touch.
Thank you both for coming in.
Thanks, Gary.
This, keep it on the down low here, is the Dan Patrick Show. With the Astros, if they do come out and if Altuve comes out and says, hey, all right, we did it, does that matter to anybody? Like, after a while, it's too late. Then you don't care about it. The problem is you never got punished. I think that was really what it came down to. But once again, that's just my thought after the Braves won. Do we move on from the Astros? And I don't know if we do, but it's up to individuals or fan bases. To me, I have. There's a lot of guys who've cheated in a lot of different sports, and we pick and choose who we want to vilify. Bonds and Clemens, to me, they don't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame. And you can't even use the logic of, well, they were Hall of Famers before they cheated. No, it's the entirety of your career. You can't go, hey, he didn't cheat up until that point.
Dan Patrick.
The Dan Patrick Show. 6 until 9 on FM 105.9 and AM 1340 KROS.
Well, we will get started with Dan Patrick, but then at 6:30 we will break away for Hawk Talk with Kirk Ferentz. Now, you will hear the program live. Normally on Wednesdays, we have our River City Sports Review.